Welcome back, everybody. It is the Working Brother back at you with another talk. Soviet Russian Bear joins us.
Yeah,
doing,
finally,
Bear?
man. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm sorry, I was kind of busy in real life. Yeah,
I understand. I was also busy, and also there's the holidays, and
yeah.
what can I say? Our timetables didn't exactly catch up, but I'm glad to see that everything's good with you, because you sent me those very how should I say, worrying messages yesterday. Where is that? We got some memes here. Oh, by the way, everybody who's new here, hi, welcome. This is a comedy show. Nothing we say has anything to do with reality.
This is just a comedy show. Yeah, so don't take it too seriously, man. All we say is a comedy is we're just two amateur comedians. Yeah.
It's the worst. It's the worst comedy on the internet. And you told me that you wanted to talk about Fico and Slovakia a bit. I need to get some water because my throat is really
sore. Yeah.
Tickling or sore. I feel like I'm gonna cough. Yeah. Anyway, so do you want to tell me why you wanted to talk about Fico? Is Fico supporting the students in Belgrade?
Yeah, man. Well, Fico. Actually, that's what the Slovak police says, that the absolute majority of the protesters in Bratislava are not actually Slovaks. They are those poor refugees from Ukraine that fled Putin's invasion, and they just don't want Bratislava to be turned into another Moscow. You see, man, just you see, they're just protesting against Fico's tyranny. Yeah.
Fico, who is famous for being almost shot by a liberal protester who was on a protest against violence a long time before he
just non-violently shot he's innocent. He's
It wasn't him. It was the gun.
Yeah.
Like that's why guns should be banned in Slovakia. Oh wait, they are banned in Slovakia. Oh yeah, never mind. Coincidence. Anyway, so I got this message from you yesterday. It is the 26th. It is the 26th of the 1st, January 2025. As we record this, you want to tell me what was going on above your city?
I want to tell you, you see, my friend, there is this a club of amateur kids, UAV club. They are assembling drones and just launching it casually, and then the evil anti-air defense, they shot them down, man. You see. Just poor kids. Just
drone enthusiasts. International long-range drone enthusists. Yeah. And then the evil Russian air defense just took them out of the no-fly zone because the Russian evil air defense is working.
Ukrainian drone enthusiasts. Yeah.
And these drone enthusiasts, did they hit anything on the ground? Do you have any idea what was the target, or was it just like random civilians as always?
I believe the target was the oil refinery. Yeah, oil refinery was the target.
And did anything get to it? Because I've seen where is this? I've seen some oil refineries in the last couple of days burning. So I don't know. I don't know exactly where you are. So I don't know which oil refineries you might be talking about. But the point is that I was how do you feel about the fact that the Ukrainians are getting more and more, how should I say, desperate with their attacks? Like they're just shooting at, supposedly, I was discussing this with Drago the other day, and supposedly they hit the long range Tu-140, I believe, high octane air fuel that only the strategic bombers use, and those aren't even used for bombing Ukraine. So how do you feel about these what should I say, lashing out of the Ukrainians?
Oh, well, you see, my friend, because they're obviously winning on all fronts. They're totally defeating us. They're just winning on all fronts, in every direction, and that's why they decided to let's give them let's launch some drones at the Russians because we're winning backwards, and they are yeah.
Yeah, definitely they're winning.
Yeah.
Well, let me see here. I've got Slovakia. Fico warning. Let's read this. A coup is being prepared in Slovakia. This is him a couple of days before these recent protests. The opposition in Slovakia is preparing to carry out a Maidan in the Republic. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I don't think I have the quote here, but supposedly, allegedly, if you believe everything you see on the internet, and we know half of it is lies, Ukrainians are behind organizing the protests in Fico land. How do you feel about that?
That's definitely a lie. Ukrainians are just they're refugees. They're just, I don't know, maybe they weren't taught how to behave, but still, although seriously, this is, foreigners should never participate in any protests or rallies.
Protesters, especially, no comment. Anyway, so that happened. And then there's also protests happening here in Serbia, as subscribers will know, because we did 2 episodes already on that. And as the first episode went live, Nebojša sent me this, which is Sergej Popovic, that guy from Canvas, saying that comparative reminder that the people of Eastern Europe are very much alive and kicking against corruption. Tbilisi, Belgrade, Bratislava. I didn't know Tbilisi was Eastern Europe. I'm sorry, Georgians, but I didn't know you guys were Eastern Europe. I thought you were the Caucasus.
Oh man,
you know.
I know one Georgian who is very butthurt, who is very desperate to be European. Man, this Georgian guy, he's so desperate to be European, although he looks like a Lebanese or Middle Eastern type, but he just screams at the top of his lungs, "Georgia is European." He's desperate to get.
Is that,
you know who I'm talking
YouTuber?
about?
Is that
the
YouTuber?
Yeah,
I can't remember. I stopped watching all of those channels a long time ago. But like, I think I have an idea who you're talking about. The guy who goes around with right? NFKRZ or whatever that long-haired guy's name is, and then his Armenian friend. I'm guessing
the YouTuber I'm talking about name is Gatsu, Gatsu.
I have no idea who that is. Anyway, Lukashenko won with 87.6. How do you feel about Batko winning? And by the way, what does Batko mean?
Batko means like father.
All right. So how do you feel about Batko winning in the neighboring Belarus?
Well, obviously rigged and undemocratic, and the EU doesn't want to recognize it. And you see, man, he's again, like as always, because Belarus is just as backward like Eastern barbaric country, there are no elections in Belarus, so it was obviously rigged, because obviously. In the West, because the civilized, like progressive Western people, they can just cancel the elections when the wrong candidate wins like in Romania, man. Come on, this is just
exactly.
This is all democratic and civilized and progressive, man.
And I'm gonna call this the coincidence map from now on. Spikeman, the Heartland, the Rimland, the New World, and you see here where all these little arrows are. That's by accident where all the stuff is happening that we're talking about. It's the coincidence map.
Oh yeah,
it's by accident.
Pure coincidence. Pure coincidence. No.
200 years of of pure coincidence. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I got one from you. We've got the Coca-Cola one. This is hilarious. Trump won. And he says to Putin, Russia must end the war immediately. Really? And Putin says, I'll have 2 Big Macs and a Coca-Cola, please.
Man.
Russian propaganda at its finest.
Kremlin propaganda,
Now I seriously want to ask you, like, no jokes, just like
Yeah.
don't joke anymore.
Okay.
Try really hard.
As far as the comedy show goes.
But tell me, how do you feel about Musk pointing to the moon and to Mars? And how do Russians in general feel about Trump and Musk and this whole, like, when Trump said we helped the Russians helped us win World War II, and then right before that Musk went, "Woo! Look, there's Mars." How do you as a Russian Soviet bear feel about that? Tell me.
Elon Musk is obviously using like an old like Roman salute. It's like from ancient Rome. Yeah.
Yeah, huh? Has nothing to do with the Nazis, huh?
Yeah. No Nazis. No Nazis in Ukraine. No Nazis anywhere. Just
No. But seriously speaking, come on now. Seriously speaking, how is the Russian reaction to Trump? Considering Biden was but what Biden was, and Trump is kind of what he says he was going to be. So like in the mood, and generally Russian people who like are following the SMO and like generally world politics, how do you think they're reacting to Trump?
Well, bro, serious. To be completely like brutally like honest with you, the majority of the Russian people who I talk in real life, who I talk to online, honestly, they don't really expect much from Trump. Well, they kind of salute his decisions to stop the foreign aid to Ukraine, but the majority of the Russian patriots and the people who I talk to, they don't have much faith in Trump that he is going to end the SMO exactly on Russia's terms without asking something in return, man. The majority of the Russian people, Russian patriots whom I talk online and offline, they don't exactly believe that Trump is just going to give Ukraine to Russia without any conditions,
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, he's a businessman and he wants to trade.
Yeah, he's a business. Yeah.
So, but how do you feel that maybe that's what happened in Syria? That maybe Syria was traded for Ukraine, or like parts of that kind of influence. Do you think that's possible as a conspiracy theory?
Well, yeah, I think as a conspiracy theory, it is possible. And you see, my friend, the ceasefire in Israel, in Gaza, and the fall of Assad in Syria. Well, and speaking of the fall of Assad, man, the Assad might have fallen, but the Russian bases are still there. So I don't think the fall of Assad is a major defeat for Russia, as the Western media tries to portray. Seriously, no jokes. The bases are still there, and I think the contracts, I don't know, maybe they repeal some of the contracts made between Russia and Syria under Assad, but so far I don't see any serious steps by the new Syrian government to get our base, to get Russians out of Syria.
That was the news from maybe like 3-4 days ago. It is the 26th of the 1st of 2025 as we record this. I was gonna say that was the news a couple of days ago, but realistically, from what I've heard now, supposedly the Russians are packing up and the contract is over, and the new Syrian government pulled the contract from the Russians. So, like, supposedly, like what I heard in the last 2 days, not confirmed by any means, is that they're moving out.
I don't know. We shall see. Maybe it's just like rumors, speculations, and gossiping around, but I don't know. I don't see that happening now. We'll see how it plays out.
In any case, it looks like there was some kind of agreement behind the scenes for sure, because if nothing else, Erdogan and Aliyev and Putin definitely come out on top and have basically like the corridor of energy, because like the gas can be sent from Russia through Aliyev to Erdogan to Europe, you know. So in that sense, everybody's winning from that side.
Yeah, and you see, my friend, there is a pipeline between Russia and Turkey, like directly, not Turkish. It's called Blue Stream. There is Turkish Stream and there is Blue Stream, which was built long before the Turkish Stream. Yeah, and Turkey is now Turkey is the largest gas hub right now, and Germany could have been that, but they blew up the Nord Stream.
Somebody blew up the Nord Stream.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, aliens maybe.
I just want to remind everybody that I'm not eligible for monetization. You can imagine why. And if you are so inclined, you can buy me a coffee. And then I drink coffee, but because not many people have bought me one, this is decaf. So
yeah. Did many people buy you coffee? Like how many?
Not many, man. Maybe? I'm gonna publish all of my finances for the last 2 years with regards to this project, but realistically, I'm about €7,000 minus. You know.
Come on, people, buy working brother a coffee. You know, he's Serbs love coffee. Come on, people.
That's true. Serbs love coffee more than other people. We also like smoking. In any case. Well,
I don't smoke coffee
more
in the morning.
More than other people.
I don't mind a cup of coffee in the morning, but I don't smoke. It's just not for me. Not my cup of tea or coffee.
What was I going to say? Also, shout out to the people who are supporting me on Patreon. You've been there from the beginning, and all those links are in the description below. Now that that's out of the way, I can close those things. And this was sent in by Maya, Person of the Year. Time, the conspiracy theorist. So, yeah. I think that's a little early, but we definitely are on the way to win there. What else? We've got another one from you. Oh, this was this morning's joke. I woke up and you shared this on your channel. On Telegram, this was the funniest joke I've seen in a long time. Germany, Austria, and Italy met to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz and thought Japan is missing. Oh my God, that was just too good. That was just too good.
Actually, well, seriously, no jokes aside, that joke actually illustrates how the world is really fucked up in the head. Those who liberated Auschwitz are not invited to celebrate the liberation of Auschwitz. Instead, the fucking guards of Auschwitz are liberated. What are they celebrating? Their own downfall? What the fuck, man? Seriously.
You were talking about Blue Stream and Turk Stream, and I'm trying to find them here. Let me see. I have some maps here that have all kinds of Turkish and Black Sea stuff. But I'll have to find it while you're talking about something else, and then maybe I'll pop it up. In the meantime, tell me, other than the constant AA, as in anti-air, how else are the Ukrainians bothering you? Have you been getting any scam calls or messages?
Not recently. My company MTS Mobile, it provides me with some sort of protector from these scam calls. They send me an SMS a suspicious number called you, and we didn't let it through. We didn't let the call through.
Oh, so you're saying on the the operators are basically filtering out the scam calls, huh? That's interesting.
Yes. And they sent me an SMS and saying that this number called you, it's a suspicious number, and we filtered it out. Yeah,
that's excellent. That's actually pretty good, because I don't think many other places are like that. I'm pretty sure here in Serbia it's not like that. Let's put it that way. I can't find those pipeline things. This meme is with regards to the protests from Vex in chat. devolved life form, a myopic follower with the memory of a goldfish. I'm joining my friends to go protesting and shit. And make some bank. God bless Soros and the NGOs.
Yeah. Oh man.
So basically, you're telling me people in Russia are not too excited about Trump. They're cautiously optimistic, huh?
There are some people who are very, very optimistic. Like Trump will come and put everything in order. Like, but the majority are very they're very calmly optimistic. But they're definitely more optimistic than with Biden.
Mm-hmm. And did Medvedev say anything?
Oh,
or Putin directly? Like, how should I say? Specific?
Well, haven't been following Medvedev channel in a while. I'm sorry, but Putin says if Trump wants to, basically he said, if Trump wants to talk, let's talk.
Let me see. I have Medvedev here somewhere. His English channel. Where is it? I can't find it now. I'll have to search for it. Is there anything else that's bothering you? Like anything that's bothering this robot? You're not there, huh?
Yeah, I'm here. Oh,
so the robot atheist thinks
Yeah.
he evolved from a vacuum cleaner?
yeah, yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
say vacuum cleaner?
Пылесос.
Пылесоса?
Пылесос, like literally translated as dust sucker.
Dust sucker, huh?
Yeah,
Pile is dust?
yeah.
How do you say it?
Пыль.
Pil. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because pile is like chicken in Serbian. Like but Pile.
P-I-L, we have a P, I, L, and the soft sign, мягкий знак.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
All right. Did you hear? You mentioned Syria. I forgot to bring this up at time. This was shared by the European dissident, also known as Fearless John. When the CIA does your PR, the man who defeated Bashar al-Assad, the anti-Soviet warrior who puts the army on the road to peace. And then people are like, no, not everything is a conspiracy. Not everything is a lie. Do you feel we're living in a parallel universe?
Obviously.
Like it became a parody. After 2012, it just became a parody universe, huh?
Yeah, whoa, man, seriously. Well, especially after COVID, certain virus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and now it seems like everything is a parody, man. Just the fucking how the politicians behave in the West. The fucking double standards are out of control, man. The hypocrisy lives. The hypocrisy beats all the records, man.
Hypocrisy. What can I say?
Yeah.
The guys of Osmezdia shared this. When you have PTSD and you try to bond with a friendly crew. I thought it was funny. And then one of the subscribers commented carpet bombing, which I thought was even funnier because they're carpet cleaners, you get it? But anyway.
We live in a parody universe. Like the joke about Auschwitz I posted, like people who organized Auschwitz, who are guarding it, are celebrating its liberation, and people who actually liberated weren't invited. Man, what kind of just?
That's very very good way to express it.
Yeah.
Like not much more can be said. Not much more needs to be said. Other than that, how are things in Russia? Like, do you feel that there's like, are people tired of the SMO? Are people happy about it? Like looking forward to its end soon? Do you feel like it's coming to an end generally amongst the people you're around, or do you feel like people are waiting for World War III?
Well, I could say it's kind of like 50-50, should I say. Half of the people think it will end this year. The other half thinks that it's gonna drag on for another year or two. And a minority of those who I talk to actually expect World War III, but not nuclear.
Like slow burning World War III.
Yeah.
Like the poodles start something, and then they need a slap from Lukashenko, and then the Brits start something, and then a submarine sinks. That kind of thing. Yeah.
And we are afraid that if we freeze the conflict along the current line of contact, along the current front line, then in a couple of years, after rearming and recouping, restructuring the army, Ukrainian army, Zelensky kind of sets up a provocation and breaks the agreement, and then immediately blames it on Russia, and voila, you have a conflict. The conflict reignited.
You mean like Minsk 2 and 3? And
yeah.
And
there shouldn't be Minsk 3. I don't think that Vladimir Putin is dumb. He's not going to allow the Minsk 3 to happen. But if it will happen, then all of the Russian people will be extremely, and I mean extremely, disappointed with him.
Disappointed or angry and like ready to go to the front to end it themselves.
Maybe, but disappointed, yeah.
Disappointed, huh? Because it would be like maybe like he will let it become a talking point just to see how much people actually are against it, so it can become public that people are against it, And then when people are against it, then he has to go with the people, and he has to go all the way to Poland. Do you think they're going to go to the Polish border, or maybe Zhytomyr, or not quite as far?
Well, going up to the Polish border is, I don't know. You see, it's hard to tell. I don't know.
Like what I'm saying. Where is here? What I'm saying is, if we're like expecting Ukraine funding to stop, and then we're expecting the army to collapse, and then after that, like they fall apart, and as a state, like basically it collapses. What will the Russians, do you think? What do you think they'll go as far as the Dnieper, or as far as Odessa, or as far as Zhytomyr, or as far as like Poland? Or do you think they'll like leave like Lvov area and like some area around that to be Ukraine, and everything else will be like either neutral former Ukraine or new regions of Russia? How do you feel? What do you think is more likely? And when I say you, I don't mean just you. I mean like generally, what is the like mood on the street?
Generally, like the mood on the street is that we should take all of Ukraine. my personal, well,
except for like Snake Island, though they can keep Snake Island.
Well, and my personal thought is that we should keep Lvov and Ivano-Frankovsk and Ternopil as some sort of quasi-independent state.
Did you know that Zelensky supports the Bratislava nie je Moskva, Slovensko je Europa? That's Vladimir. That's me doing my Vladimir speaking Slovakian impersonation. So tell me, why does he think that Bratislava is Moscow, or does he think that people think that? Why does he think that people think that?
Zelensky thinks so.
Yeah. Zelensky saying
Well,
that was Zelensky saying that. I just closed it.
Well, he snorted a lot of coke, maybe coke with some.
maybe there were hallucinogens in the coke. Anyway, that canvas guy. Oh wait, this has music in the background. Of course it does. That canvas guy posted this. Tbilisi, Belgrade, Bratislava. Somebody should tell him, in case he didn't notice. Or nobody told him that in Belgrade it's not about the student protests anymore. Now we're protesting. Where is it? Now it's a dog. Here it is. Now, no. Yes, this one. Now it's a dog because a dog got run over. And I didn't know, but in chat they told me that last time there was a dog, it turned out to be nobody's dog. So yeah. And then we've also got. The hand again. Yes, and the protests here in Serbia are using this bloody hand because people died supposedly. I mean, people did die, but supposedly they're using it because of those people. And if you look into this red hand thing, it has a long history of being very, very suspicious and used, in very, very suspicious, protests and movements. So yeah, it's same. It's like copy paste, man. They're not even very creative.
Yeah.
How is Russia doing with the tanks? They don't have any tanks left?
Oh, yeah, we've run out of tanks like 3 years ago. Of course, no tanks. You see,
and
man,
missiles?
and no
and missiles
missiles.
Too.
3 years ago we've ran out of missiles, but I don't know. Somehow we continue to keep striking Ukraine and keep somehow more Russian tanks appear on the battlefield and not just upgraded like old tanks, but the T-90s and the new, But we've ran out of missiles 3 years ago. What you talking about? Of course.
It's North Korean. It's North Korean technology, right?
Yeah.
Oh, tell me, by the way, how do you feel about all those Yakuti North Koreans that have been captured by the Ukrops? How do you feel? I don't know what's worse. If there is an actual Yakut guy there who's captured, or if the Ukrops are using South Koreans to fake North Korean soldiers. I don't know what's worse. What's your take on that whole story with the North Koreans in Russia? Have you seen any North Koreans when you go shopping?
Maybe, but they're probably Buryat or Yakut or Tungus or something else,
But generally speaking, what do you know about the military exchange and cooperation between North Korea and Russia?
No jokes aside?
Yeah. Actually, what their actual cooperation is.
You see, there was some sort of military exercise in the Far East, and then they got back home, and that's the extent of what I truly know. But we can also speculate. But I can't believe this could be the ones that captured by the Ukrainians. This could be a Buryat, Yakut, Tungus, or maybe it could be South Koreans pretending to be North Koreans for a show, for a video, for a footage.
What you're trying to say, that you think that maybe the Ukrainians are making fakes and putting actors? You think they're that evil? I thought
of
that was
course
something that the Russians only do.
Of course not. It was probably captured Russian, Yakut, Tungus, Buryat soul. Yeah.
Um. We should go flying one of these days. I went to fly over that new Russian airbase in Libya. It's way far out in the desert, but it looks very nice.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
What's
I'll
the
send you
base
some
name?
pictures. The base name? Oh, I don't know. I'll have to, let me see here in this memory folder. It should have everything. If I type Libya, no, 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 no. Is it this one? No, no. It is this one.
Mhm.
Hope it's not in Syria. There we go. I can give you the coordinates. The coordinates are 21, 41, 15, 4, 21, 49, 49, 2. And it is a border of Sudan and Chad. And Libya, obviously.
Sudan and Chad and Chad is
Libya.
Chad. You know.
Chad is Chad. Somebody was saying, "Oh, we're gonna become like Africa if we don't solve our politics here in Serbia." I'm sorry, but like the African kicked out all the colonizers.
Yeah.
Bear, am I?
It's in the desert.
Yeah.
Could you please send me the coordinates and
I
DM me?
sent you the link. I sent you the link.
Thank you. Okay.
I sent you the link, but
I'll
can
check it out later.
Here. Let me see if I can put it here, and then if I click on it, will it pop up? Yes, it will. That's amazing. See, we can put it here, and it's right here, Matan Asara Airport. And these are the coordinates for anybody who wants to go fly. So yeah, that's that. That is where the Russians are moving. The Kremlin. Yeah. The Kremlin. Also, in case you missed it, there was a lithium mine fire in Australia. And Vex made this really quick meme. The bottom is the real fire. The top is the joke. And right at the bottom is the punchline. But we'll leave that for people to read. Okay, so anyway.
By the way, how do you feel about the wildfires in California, man?
Oh, it's all controlled. It's all like scripted, controlled lasers from space and all kinds of suspicious things, man. I don't know if you are in the chat. I know you are, but I don't know how often you check it. But like every day, people are sending pictures of like the whole neighborhood. Like every tree is fine, but every house is melted, and like windows are melted on houses and cars, and like aluminum is melted in cars, and like the like aluminum in a car is melted, and it ran like I don't know 2-3 meters down the road, and the plant right next to it is like perfectly fine. You know what I mean? So like a lot of suspicious things happening in California.
Yeah, man. And
but this is a comedy show, so
I've heard some like really conservative Americans calling this a punishment from God, and the California burns in hell. And there is so much sodomy in California that it kind of sounds legit.
Listen, yes, okay, cool. Like a lot of people said that, but that's why they use California for these kind of things. You know what I mean? Because they know that everybody hates them. So what a perfect place to have somebody be the victim, basically. And from what I heard from people who are there, a lot of those how should I say, places are not actually like the rich people. They're just normal folk, as they say.
But there are a lot of even Kamala Harris probably lost her house to fire.
Man, but all the poor people got their insurance removed, and I'm sure all the not poor people didn't. You know what I mean? So
those conservative Americans who say California deserve it, like, calm down, guys. There are a lot of innocent poor people who probably who are probably sick of all the sodomy California is in.
Here I looked through some of the older talks that I did to find the meme. Mismanaged forest, multiple arsonists, administrative incompetency, diverted water resources, firefighter budget shortage, climate change. You know.
By the way, did you know that the fucking Los Angeles mayor donated the fire department equipment to Ukraine, and the
Yeah,
money
yeah.
and the money that were supposed to be spent on fire safety were spent on some sort of gay bar or something? Yeah, you
Yeah,
heard that?
yeah. They had like it wasn't a gay bar. It was like recruiting, like some kind of thing. But yeah, I heard that, some kind of equality recruiting, something like that. I don't know what to tell you, man. How do you feel about China invading Taiwan very soon? Did you see that?
Speculation, I don't know. But anyway, I think Taiwan, just like Crimea, it's a Chinese land.
Yeah.
No jokes, man. I think Taiwan is China.
I agree. It's a one China policy.
Yeah.
Definitely. As much as Crimea is Russia, and Greenland is
Kosovo is
America,
Serbia.
and Kosovo is Serbia. Do you think Trump's gonna take Greenland?
Probably.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, he could. What could stop him?
Money, I guess. I don't think anything else could.
I don't think he has balls to take Canada, but Greenland, who knows? He might as well take it. Well, strategically, from a geostrategic point of view, Greenland is already like controlled by the US. It has US bases, and it's politically not yet like American, but from a strategic point of view, geopolitical point of view, it's already American. It's controlled by the US. It has bases of military.
Exactly. Yeah, most people don't know that it has bases there.
Yeah.
All right. We're about 40 minutes in. Is there anything else that is on your mind?
No, not exactly. And maybe we should finish now because tomorrow I have to rise like really early for my job and I don't want to be late.
All right. Let me play some music here. Yeah. Everybody who stuck around to the end, thank you. Like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. Here's that outro music. Soviet Russian Bear, thank you.
Thank you.
And let's connect again really soon so that we can go flying or something. I gotta test out this new PC when we're flying. All right.
Yeah. And don't forget, this is a comedy show. Yeah.
Yes. Nothing we say here had anything to do with reality.
Yeah.
Just for your entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
All right, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Have fun. See you later.
До свидания.
До свидания.